Oh, hi there guys, this is the first video of the actual musings I do, and I think before I start, the first thing, if the wind does get up, I apologise, and the odd car might go past. Like I say, I'm a bit limited to where I can actually go and do this sort of thing now, but the sun was out, so I thought I'd nip outside. Yeah, so the first thing I was wanting to talk about in my musings in short trousers, as I like to call them, is when you're actually looking at buying a piece of kit, whatever that piece of kit is, or planning on doing something. Obviously they always say do your research well. I think the difficulty with that these days is there is so much information out there. You have to be really careful. There's a number of questions you should ask yourself, things like, what do I really intend to do? What do I really want the piece of kit to do for me? What are my expectations of that? And the reason for this is, at the end of the day, you can read all the advertising going, but you have to remember, advertising is designed to sell a product, not do you a service. You can Google it, Dr. Google everywhere now, but you have to remember that a lot of people who write reviews on the internet, they're often doing it from two perspectives. Either they're being paid, or they're hoping to get other kit to review, in which case there could be some bias there. Not always, but there could be some bias there. The other option is that the majority of people who tend to write things on there are doing there because they're hacked off with a piece of kit, they don't like it. Or they are just they have had a piece of kit that they felt hasn't worked as it should do. It always pays to read these things carefully. An advert shouldn't lie, but it might portray things in a way that's appealing to you. A review might not lie, but it will be done from their perspective, i.e., I bought this pack, it costs me X dollars. It fell to pieces the first time I took it out. What they will neglect to tell you is that that pack was probably a cheap pack, or wasn't actually designed to hold 40 kilos worth of kit and meat. The jacket will look wonderful. It will hold off the worst weather in the world. It's been used by Arctic explorers. It's amazing. It's endorsed by Ralph Fiennes. That's great if you want to carry a huge piece of kit around in your pack. You live somewhere north of, North Island. Chances are the majority of my waterproofs spend 80–90% of their life in my pack. So it's always looking at the things, looking at the adverts, do your research, and more importantly, speak to people you know. That's how we always used to buy kit. In the old days, as my son calls it, you bought kit on recommendation, not from adverts. The adverts gave you an idea to start with, you then went and did your research, but remember those questions. What do you really want? What do you really want it to do? What do you expect from it? Don't expect a $10 rain jacket to turn off the torrential downpour coming down on your heads. Don't expect a $50 pack to be comfortable with 40 kilos of meat in the back of it. At the same time, if you're going to carry a few sandwiches, you don't need an expedition pack. If you live somewhere warm, you want something that you can always have with you, that's in the bottom of your pack, you can whip out and you can put on. Just two examples, but things to think about. Do your research and be realistic. Or no matter how good the piece of kit is, no matter how much it costs or how little, you will always be disappointed. Buy right, buy once. Buy crap, cry twice. What my friend always says to me, Graham? Anyway, hope you're out there doing it and having an awesome day. It's not too bad sat in the sun, even with a croc back, but awesome. Have a great day, guys.